Welcome to Western Chester County Checks In. I'm your host, Justin Chan. We are coming to you live from Coatesville, Pennsylvania on this first Wednesday of June. We have a great show for you today. We have a member minute segment from our Chamber President Alissa talking with a branch manager from the Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, and our communication coordinator Rachel updates us on the status of the Chester County Economic Development Council and what they're up to. But first, our Executive Director, Donna, is going to fill us in on a program coming up on June 19th. It's our virtual Corporate Citizenship Event.
Thanks, Justin. I'd like to tell our viewers about our next event held on Friday, June 19th, starting at 10 a.m. It will be our Corporate Citizenship Event featuring Life Transforming Ministries and Bill Shaw. Life Transforming Ministries has brought Harcum College to Coatesville, has helped with the Financial Stability Partnership through their VITA program, their Volunteer Assistance Income Tax Preparation, and also another partner participating in this event will be United Way. We hope you'll tune in, as I said again, Friday, June 19th, starting at 10 a.m. We will be collecting donations that will be given back to Life Transforming Ministries, and we hope you tune in to find out about this important community partner.
Thanks for that information, Donna. Again, if you'd like to tune in for that program, information for it is on our website. It will be streamed live to the YouTube channel you're currently watching, which is going to be Friday the 19th at 10 in the morning. For our Member Minute segment this week, our Chamber President Alissa had a chance to talk with Joe, the branch manager for the Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, and he gave us a little update about what they've been up to.
We are here today with Joe Pomorski, and Joe is from one of our new members, the Franklin Mint Credit Union in Downingtown. So hi, Joe. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Alyssa. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Thanks. Joe, since you're one of our new members, could you tell us a little bit? I know that you're not new to the area, so could you give us a little of your background and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So my family moved to Coatesville in 1987 from Erie, Pennsylvania, which is where we're from originally. And I've lived in the area since that time. Grew up in Cowan Township, lived in East Fallowfield for a number of years, and my wife and I have resided in West Brandywine since 2016. I've been with Franklin Mint for a little bit over a year at the Downingtown office, and I love it. It's great working for a credit union, and it's great to be a part of the chamber.
Joe, what is your role at the credit union?
I'm the branch manager at the Downingtown branch.
How many other branches do you have?
We have 24 total, mostly in Delaware County, also in Chester County, Philadelphia, and in Wilmington.
What makes a credit union different than other banks?
Well, our mission is, we strive to be the financial institution of choice for life by offering speed, service, and convenience. And because we're a not-for-profit organization, what that means is better rates and fewer fees.
Everybody likes that. That's you can't argue
Sure.
with that. How has the pandemic affected your business model?
It's been a challenge, but we have been able to still service our members. Our branch inside the branch is closed. We're open by appointment only for things that are not able to be done remotely. So home equity loans, lines of credit, notaries, official checks, things of that nature, we are available by appointment. We've been able to educate our members on online services, how we can assist them that way. We've been very, very busy on the phones at the branch also, as we have a number of members calling in. So even though our doors aren't open per se, the lobbies are not open, we're still able to assist members that way.
I know we complain about computers and technology sometimes, but I don't know where we'd be without them during all this. So it's a good thing, and I think we're all getting an education on how to use all this technology that we have.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Do you have any financial advice? Considering this came out of nowhere, I think it caught a lot of people off guard. Do you have any advice that we should probably consider doing in the future?
Yes, I think one thing that I've learned out of this, which has come out, has been enhanced, is the importance of having a line of credit. So a lot of times we hear in the financial world, people talk about having an emergency fund or a nest egg, and that doesn't always have to be a liquid savings account. You know, by having a personal line of credit or a home equity line of credit, or for small businesses, a business line of credit, it's a great way to have funds accessible to you if you need them.
Yeah, some, like you said, a lot of you know, I think a lot of us were unprepared for this. So you never know. So very good. And have you seen, I guess, a big upswing in then refinances? Have you been doing anything with the PPP loans?
Yeah, we've had our mortgage company, State Financial, has been very, very busy with refinances during this time because the rates have been so low. On the PPP side, we partner with Lucro Commercial Services. They do commercial underwriting, and we've been able to assist our members as well as prospects with PPP loans through Lucro.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us for a few moments. Welcome to the Chamber. We're glad to have you. We you know, hope to see more of you in the future, and we hope that the Franklin Mint Credit Union becomes an active and longtime member of our Chamber.
We're very excited to be a part, Alissa. It's great to see you, and thank you for having me on Member Minutes.
Okay, thanks, and best to you and your family, and we'll hope to see you soon in one of our events.
Best to you as well. Thank you.
Thanks for that report, Alissa, and thanks to Joe and the credit union for their involvement with our chamber. If you're a member of our chamber and you'd like to be featured on our program, we'd love to have you as a part of our Member Minute community update, or to provide some tips and tricks and other information for our viewers. If you're interested, reach out to our communication coordinator, Rachel. She can be reached by email, rachel@westernchestercounty.com. For our community update this week, Rachel had a chance to speak with Jim, a project consultant with the Chester County Economic Development Council, and they filled us in on some updates on what the council's been doing to help businesses prepare for reopening and other things related to the pandemic.
Thank you, Justin. Today I'm speaking with Jim Lauckner from the Chester County Economic Development Council. How are you, Jim?
I'm doing fine, all things considered, Rachel. Thank you for asking.
That's great. I know your organization does so much, but can you summarize what the Economic Development Council does?
It's a difficult thing to summarize. The first summer I did work for the Economic Development Council, I actually counted 61 different initiatives going on here at the same time. And what's amazing is they all got done well. Mm-hmm. But in a nutshell, the council is known for four things. One, finance solutions under CCOPA. Location services, helping companies find a place to conduct their business. They also are very good in terms of workforce development and helping companies develop their workforce or develop the youth that they might need in the future workforce. And the last thing would be an innovative culture. For example, there's a group called Ideas Times Innovation that helps start up companies. So most of those initiatives that I mentioned will fall under one of those four categories.
Okay, and what department are you in, and what kind of work does your department do?
So I would fall under the workforce development element of things. I am actually a consultant to the Economic Development Council and started 20 years ago as a volunteer doing work with their IT partnership. And then about 10 years ago, I was brought on board as a consultant. And currently I'm working on 3 of their initiatives. Their Hire One initiative, which has a mission of finding new and innovative ways to bring employers and job seekers together. That was an initiative that many people helped start about 10 years ago during the last recession. And then I also do work primarily for 2 of their industry partnerships, their Smart Energy Initiative and their Manufacturing Alliance. And all of the partnerships, including the IT and the healthcare, are regional.
Okay, and what have the industry partnerships done to adapt to the new needs of the business community?
Well, there's a number of things going on, and I think the secret to our success is that the partnerships are led and managed by the participating companies, by the industries. So when the COVID-19 virus, the Wuhan virus hit the table, we were able to switch gears very quickly. Prior to March, we were doing things like helping branding, helping youth and parents realize that manufacturing has a future and is a good industry to be in and has high paying jobs. And then as the virus hit, it was, okay, am I allowed to be open? Am I not allowed to be open? What are the best practices for staying open? How do I handle it when someone comes in with a fever, et cetera, et cetera? And we were able to adapt to that and make that information available to our participating employers very quickly.
Okay, and I've heard about your incumbent worker training grant, which has been helping. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, the incumbent worker training grants are grants that we apply for each year out of the PA SMART program. So Harrisburg has this program. The industry partners were recognized by the legislature about 6 years ago. So some years there's monies there and some years there's not. And to talk specifically about the energy and the manufacturing grants, we have different categories where we can go back even to January 1 of this year and help reimburse employers for the training that they've done in these different categories, these eligible trainings, where employers are being encouraged by the state to train their workforce, train their current employees, keep their skills current to today's needs, whether that be in energy efficiency, new equipment, new methods and processes, new software that might be needed. The state has been very encouraging in trying to keep our employees upskilled, if you will, to maintain their jobs.
That's excellent. How can a local business access the grant?
Well, we are free to join. Our industry partnerships are free to join. And once you are participating in the company, you can just fill out the application. The easiest way right now, since these grants are coming to an end on June 30th, would literally to be give me a call. My number, if I may, my cell number is 215-470-2684. And I answer my cell 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And for those that prefer to email, I'll give you my email address as well. And that is my first initial last name. So it's J Lauckner, JLauckner @ccedcpa.com. So that's the council's email address. But that's the best way. Certainly there's information on our websites that tells you more about the trainings. But again, we can go back to January 1 and pay up to perhaps 50% of what a company's paid for their employees' training, because we've been trying to encourage this since last year.
Thank you for sharing that with us. What do you anticipate for your industry partnerships and the companies that participate in them as we enter the yellow phase?
So again, since energy and most manufacturing was deemed essential, most of our participating companies have been up and running. The changes as we go to yellow would be, hopefully we're going to see an uptick in business and business needs as the general public realizes that there are companies open for business. They are safe to work at. They've done all the sanitizing. They put up the proper cough guards in between workstations, and the public is welcome to come into many of these employers, especially the business to consumer, as well as the B2B type companies. They have a means of letting their customer know that it's safe to come do business. And I think that's going to be the biggest change as we enter into the yellow phase, and hopefully soon after the green phase.
Yes, we're certainly ready to move forward. What plans do your industry partnerships have to move forward?
So our new year begins July 1, and our boards have been meeting virtually via the gift of Zoom and Teams. And we are ready to address both the current needs as we move into the yellow and green phase. And the biggest question right now is, how do I get my customer back? And how do I keep my new customers? Many, many companies were surprised at the new needs and new opportunities. We had manufacturers that had switched some of their lines. USSC, for example, up in Exton, which manufacturers seating for emergency vehicles, et cetera, put a line in place where they were then creating face guards and things of that nature.
Mhm.
So we have companies like that that are using the current advantage, but also looking to the future of how do I get the message out and retain those new customers as we move into third and fourth quarter of 2020 and into the new year of 2021.
Mhm. Thank you so much for taking time today to speak with us. We really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity, and thank you very much, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel, for that report, and thanks, Jim and the Economic Development Council for their assistance to businesses in our area. For those that are watching, we're not a weather service, but I will mention we are under a severe thunderstorm warning in our area right now that was just issued until 12:15. They're calling for 60-mile-an-hour winds and dime-sized hail. So if you're watching live, just make sure you're staying inside for the next 45 minutes. So that's it for our show today. I appreciate everybody that's been viewing. I hope this show has been useful to you for information and some fun tips and tricks from our membership over the past 8 weeks as we've been on our stay-at-home order. The show is going to continue as we move into the yellow phase. We're actually going to be moving out of where I'm producing the show right now, which is my basement, to our office in the Lukens building next week. But going forward, we're going to be producing the show on a every other week basis as the businesses in the area start to reopen. But again, a big thanks to our board members, to the chamber staff, Donna and Rachel, and our team, myself, of course, Zach, who did all the graphic work, and Justin behind the scenes running the show for us right now. So tune in next time, which will be June 17th for our next show. And also that week, June 19th, we're also going to be going live for the Corporate Citizenship Event. So have a good afternoon, stay indoors with this rain coming, and we will see you soon.